Hello, beautiful collective. Guys, I just got a brand new set of tarot cards, so I'm doing a second reading for the collective. And it's been on my mind for months now that I wanted to do this. I'm asking the question for past life connections between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. What was the roles that they played in a last lifetime, and why is it affecting this lifetime? So Spirit, can you please show me the connection between, I paid a lot of money for these cards, guys, so it's a special gift to you, between divine masculine and divine feminine in a past life. What happened in this past life between the divine masculine and the divine feminine? What roles were they playing? Spirit, can you please show me the connection between divine masculine, divine feminine in a past life? You were opposite roles. You were a man. If you are a man, you were a woman. If you were a woman, you were a man. It's reverse roles. You were spouses in a last life. And you could have been this monk or a nun is important. What was divine masculine and divine feminine in a last life? You could have been persecuted, and you could have been like some kind of religious figure, gone through persecution and inquisition. Some of you were spiritual and you may have fallen. You could have been in some type of spiritual war or religious, something to do with a battle. You were spouses. Something about the trees are significant. You've gone through hunger. You could have been on this farm, and it's like because of your religious beliefs, there is a farm here, and there are trees in the background, and it's like you could have gone through persecution, and it's almost like you could have been one of you was very spiritual, put it that way. And it's like this person you were with was like a monk or someone like that, and it's like you could have formed a relationship, but it started like a war because you were a witch and this person, or they were a witch or someone spiritual like that, and this person was a religious beliefs. There's the difference. One was religious and one was spiritual. And it's like you formed a relationship, you were spouses, and you could have gone through a lot of persecution and inquisition about it. There are angels here. You actually could have been angels, like together. The angels were like watching this union. Someone thought that, probably a community of people thought that you, because you were spiritual or your partner was spiritual, it started some type of war, a spiritual war going on. Like in the community, there is this spiritual person with this religious person. How can this happen? But you were spouses together. You were very wise. The angels gave you wisdom. The angels gave you a lot of knowledge. Combine those two forces, someone spiritual and someone religious. Combine them. That's a lot of wisdom. Yeah, and then the authorities didn't like this. And somebody, you were probably persecuted and gone through Inquisition, like, you know what I mean? Could have gone as far back as Egyptian days, this union. Biblical days. It was against the Bible. It was about religion. It was all, your whole journeys together were about spirituality and religion. I can't make it up. And someone is seeking forgiveness, because I'm telling you right now, okay, we have, this is what the reading is saying. You collective could have been spiritual. Your spouse, your DM, was like religious, a monk. Hello. Do you know what that outcry would have been back in those days? Oh my God. So it's almost as if, so tell me now, Spirit, what role did this karmic play in a past life with, well, probably the karmic if you know anything about persecution and inquisition, let's see what's going on here. But it was roles reversed in a past life. If you were the feminine, you were the masculine. If you were the masculine, you were the feminine. Roles reversed. Because, I don't know, something went down here. Maybe this person, this one energy went through poverty, had a farm. They probably were starved out of their farm back in those days. Or you could have had a farm. The DM could have had a farm. What about the karmic? Where's the... I don't know. Asian origin. The karmic was from Asian origin. Some of them were from Atlantis. What about the karmic? Again, could have been playing different roles. Okay? They could have been the mother. Oh my God. They had powers. Some of them could have been high priests or high priestesses in a prior life. Ah. Oh, I know where this is going. What happened between the DM and the DF in a previous life, Spirit? What happened between the DM and the DF Okay. So you know what I'm hearing? This karmic could have been the mother of this, either the DM or the DF. What happened in a prior lifetime, past life? DMDF? Ooh, see? It was a spiritual union in the past. The Hierophant. It was spirituality and religion again. In those days, there was no such thing as spirituality. Okay, it was taboo. And they burned people for those beliefs. They went through persecution and they went through inquisitions. This is a religious order. This is a spiritual order. They didn't believe in spiritualism back in the day. And all shit broke loose because of religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs. How could this be a spiritual union or a good union if one is religious and one is spiritual? Back in the day, that was taboo. Tower. Persecution. Heavily burdened. Oh, what the hell? And healing. Balance between the two. What went on between the divine feminine, the divine masculine in a prior life, past life spirit? Now, the Page of Cups is here with the fishy in the cup. It's trust, it's apologies for hurting. Past. It's all about the past. Apologies, fixing what was wronged in the past. Oh, and because somebody's mother, probably, didn't like this union, it was forbidden because of religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs, religious beliefs, and this karmic may have been the divine masculine's mother forbade it because their child was set for the priesthood or monk, became a monk. Wow. They tried to stop it. They tried to block this union because of legacy, because of legacy, family obligations, family loyalty, a family business, a family money. Put a stop to it, put an end to it. Somebody may have even been killed over it. Maybe the divine feminine, I don't know. Whoever was this spiritual person had the legacy. The spiritual person had the legacy, had a lot of pentacles, were known as rich. And it's like this monk was poor and on a farm, starving to death. So the two of them got together. People had to put, they were persecuted. And I think that the karmic caused a death here. Okay? That is the legacy. That is lineage. This person was in poverty. Well, well. And they had to put a stop to it. And there is the mother. Done. Over. Why? Because monks make a vow of poverty. That's how they live. They make vows of poverty. But this spiritual person who was spiritual had a lot of money and wealth, and people may have murdered them or put an end to it. They died because of this wealth. Where'd you get this money from? But the mother might have actually been the father, because it's reverse roles. Whoa. Someone did something. Yeah. See? And somebody was trying to push the spiritual person away from their child. Yes. And was at a crossroads. So they started to, weren't refusing. They were refusing. Collective, they were refusing to see in the past. Now, it is over religious beliefs versus spiritual beliefs. That's what this war is all about. This karmic energy, the whole deal. The angels, it was divine. The angels are here again. These two were actually angels, like, instead of combining the two, they were both angels. A monk is a monk. They're religious and have their beliefs. And this spiritual person was persecuted because they had money. Well, anybody spiritual knows how to manifest. This monk is sworn to vows of poverty. So how are the two going to mix? But it was, the angels are here. These actually were both angels, probably on the earth. A monk has their own religious beliefs. Dealing with someone who is spiritual, maybe has gifts, like spiritual gifts, it's like taboo here. Now, what happened with the, clarify the fool in a past life? What is the fool in a past life? DMDF. DMDF. What am I hearing this for? Clarify this. Fool in a past life. Well, whoever was the fool in the past life did the same thing they're doing in this life. Cheating, lying, stealing. And maybe it's the karmic stealing something from the divine masculine in the last lifetime. What's going on here? Cause some sort of instability. Ooh. Magic. Magician. Hurting people. Deception. The Ace of Wands crossing the reed. That was the problem. Someone was supposed to remain celibate. Someone was not supposed to. Monks swear to a life of poverty, okay? And they swear to a life of celibacy. And they went sneaking around with the divine feminine. And the truth got told by somebody. And all hell broke loose. The anger ensued. People were out for blood. Because monks were supposed to swear to a vow of celibacy and poverty. And this, either the mother or the father, who they are in this lifetime is the mother. Okay, the karmic is the mother of a mother in this lifetime. It could be a baby mama, because there's a couple of kids there. Mother and father. Okay, so they were either a mother or they were either the father. If your person went to a baby mama, this is who did this in a past lifetime, this baby mama, because their precious son in a past lifetime was a monk sworn to celibacy and poverty for their religious beliefs. That's what they do. Over here we have someone spiritual who has a lot of money. Death. Persecution to the spiritualists. Whoa, dudes, man. It was an outrage. An outrage. It was not fair. There was no justice. Karmic cycle. It was all hidden. It was taboo. So I think, yeah. Tried to keep it an illusion, you know? Like, there was true love there. Yep. Truth. Love. Waiting for the next opportunity to be with their love. And there is this yep, till we meet again. We'll work on it. I won't be afraid. I will gladly come back. I will not have another lover. I don't know, they could have been, this monk could have been, had their options, okay, in a past life. Just saying. It's the same energies, guys. This spiritual person wanted them to come correct. They had a soulmate. But this monk here was monking around with this karmic, who in this lifetime is the baby mama. And in the last time, the karmic was either the mother or the father of either the, I think the DM, who was ever the DM in the last life. And to keep it all hidden and to keep it all from coming out, oh my God. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. There is no forward movement. I think somebody stole somebody's money here, to be quite real. And it's like someone, yeah, would have been happy. Someone was financially stable. And it's like they were charitable. They weren't greedy. They would be willing to give to charity, to this divine, and I know it's divine feminine, who was this spiritualist with all this money, because they had inherited it upon somebody's death. It was an inheritance that they got. This monk, who was the divine masculine at the time, was in severe poverty. This well-to-do manifester over here, spiritualist, had a lot of money, was more than willing to be charitable and give. They were a leader, they were happy. And it's like they had a soulmate connection with this monk. Okay, and this karmic come in between them, and I'm thinking that they tried to steal this spiritualist's money, but it was an inheritance. They were spouses, they were married, or okay. And it's about what happened in this union. People were spying on them. Something happened here. I think that this divine feminine here, because that's who's in the card, gave willingly gave, felt because they were married, felt because they were soulmates, felt that they were in this union, that they would give, be charitable. And it's like, I think that this monk did the same darn thing, you know? Going around acting like they had all the money, acting like they had acquired this when it came from the divine feminine and moved toward a karmic energy who then they had children with. Hello, isn't that interesting? What happened to this divine feminine? How did they... What happened to the divine feminine? What happened to the divine feminine in the last life? Oh, they have been under judgment. Shame, guilt, and remorse. Either the divine masculine there is regret, remorse, and guilt here, with judgment for something ending, coming to an end. That could very well be. Had a role in did something shameful that they're guilty of, and they were under judgment and ended things because of the role that they were in. What happened to divine feminine? What happened? Divine feminine was abundant then. Divine feminine fought against them for her family, tried to protect her family's abundance or legacy somehow. Divine feminine was divine feminine in a past life as well, like strong, like holy moly strong. It was a fighter. There was a war or a battle that erupted over this. Everybody was fighting and arguing. I don't know if they beat her or what they did. They persecuted her. Blamed her. It got the whole, everybody around fighting and arguing. Why is she so abundant? Why did she have so much money? And the fact is, it was an inheritance and a legacy from someone's passing that gave her this abundance. And she was self-assured. She knew her worth. She was all these queens. And it's like, I don't know, maybe they thought she was in a coven because she had friends of the same sex. And it's like, oh, they're witches or something like that. Yeah, they're devils. They're devils. Well, do you know what they done with devils, right? In the old days? Anybody who is suspected of being a witch or had spiritual powers, they were put to death. And wouldn't be so surprised if the monk over here, this DM, had something to do with it. Because this high priestess was there then. High priestess might have been the karmic energy, called them a devil, started a big battle in the community, and they're witches, they're a coven, they get together, they do this, they do that. Ooh. Walked away? Oh yeah, the emperor did the same thing. Did an act of cowardice. Oh my God. It's like, oh my God, what did I do? They could have drove divine feminine right out of the community. Devil. I don't know if they killed her or not. Oh, this I don't care attitude again. Being immature. Yeah. It's almost like this masculine was stealing from the divine feminine in a past life. Like, I don't know if it was an actual sexual third party because it showed celibacy, but maybe this monk and the monk's family got greedy somehow. I don't know what happened, but they regretted it. This monk swore and made a contract with spirit, a spiritual contract, and vowed if they got the chance to come back and right wrongs that they would, for betraying. They betrayed, yeah, they did. And they were stuck. They could have been hung. I don't know what happened. It's a painful ending. I don't know. They could have hung divine feminine. I don't know. It was a brutal ending. I can tell you that. But there was betrayal there. They betrayed this beautiful individual who was so caring and giving, had no issue being charitable. Death by hanging, I would say. So that's why they got this contract to come back. Divine feminine was blamed as being the devil because they had money, because they were charitable. People started noticing how abundant that this probably was called a witch was, and they were betrayed by the monk. Because the monk was like thought of as like high honor, high respect. So they turned on divine feminine. Wow. So it could have been roles reversed in a past life, guys. I don't know, but I'm thinking, no, it was roles reversed in the karmic situation. So this divine masculine in a past life had a farm, probably was religious, well thought of, monks. They were respected way back when. Spiritualists were not, period. It's against the Bible, you know, spirituality versus religion. All the authorities, all the figures got involved here. You guys could have gone back to as far as the Egyptian days, for crying out loud. All gaining wisdom, probably were earth angels. Trees are really significant. That's why you fought many wars and many battles. But this person was like a spouse to you in a prior life. The same as they are now. You may not have been married in a past life, but you were spousal stuff going on here. I don't think they would have approved of a marriage. Maybe guys snuck away and got married in secret in the trees that no one knew about. But the karmic, it's looking like the karmic in the past life was either the mother or the father who was against this union. And I don't know, maybe the divine masculine also had a painful ending. They could have hung the divine masculine for betrayal to the religion, to the family. I don't know. It's a lot of information though, and I'm appreciative for it. My beautiful cards, thank you. Guys, I hope this gives you a little insight. That's why the karmics are so bent on destroying these unions. Because can you imagine how much karma they have accumulated all that time? That's why Divine Feminine, because Divine Feminine was probably robbed in the past, her money taken, and now they gotta somehow pay it up. And I think that karmic in this lifetime, that's the baby mama. For many of you, it will be. As like ensuring that this union does not come together because of religious beliefs. Guys, that was interesting. I gotta think about this for a while. Take care.